Yeah. All
Hey,
right.
everybody, how are you? Myself and Vanessa Hunter here today for another Lunch and Learn. It's that time. We're both excited because we're talking about retention today. Are you excited, Vanessa?
I'm super excited about retention. Retention is so incredibly important, and I'm excited to share with everybody some of the little things that we have available to us in order to facilitate that retention for people. So, but what I really want to know, Joe, is what are people eating for lunch?
My favorite from last week was grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is just comfort food, and I'm hoping there was more than one cheese in that grilled cheese sandwich that they were having. But yeah, I would love to know as well. What are y'all
What
having for lunch today?
what is on the plate today?
Yeah, outside of retention. Retention's definitely on the plate. That's the meat today. So for us anyway, for everybody else, I
Meat
hope,
and potatoes.
right? I hope somebody's having tacos because I love tacos. I'm a foodie. I have issues with food. Anyway, well, shall we get started with this?
We should get started with this, Joe. We asked the question, or we put out there, like, learn why retention is the name of the game in building a robust business. And I'm sure there are people saying, what? Why is that the name of the game? No, I've got to attract new clients. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. People have 100 different reasons or 100 different things to do to build their business. And so we asked the question, are you part of the 40% of companies who are focusing on the wrong thing? And I should have said more than 40% because it actually is more than 40%, Joe. And
Yeah.
I will cue this up right here. Here we go. So 44% of companies are focus on customer acquisition rather than retention. And we know that because we're talking about business with people every single day, Joe. And a lot of people are talking about, how can I get more people? How can I attract more people to my business? And while that is incredibly important, if you're not keeping the people, you will constantly be trying to fill up that funnel, and they'll be slipping out the back end, as we say, without sticking around. And so, in order to build your business effectively, you've got to retain your existing customers.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's been explained to me in a few different ways, but one of the ways I like best is you take a bucket and there's a hole in the bottom of the bucket. And that's where your customers fall out that you don't have a relationship with. And how many
Mhm.
more people do I need to keep putting in the bucket to match the people that are falling out the hole in the bottom of the bucket, which really speaks to growth. And growth, yes, I mean, everybody out in sales right now, don't kill me. This is not a bad message, right? So the message is, the more customers you can keep and the more you can add, that's when you really grow.
Yeah.
But you're only putting in enough customers to equal what's falling out the bottom of the bucket. You're losing all day long. All of your efforts are for naught, or not for naught, but you know what I mean? You're on the treadmill.
Right. So then businesses often say, "Oh, I got so many new customers this year. Or I did so much this year, and why is my bottom line flat? Why aren't I seeing the growth when I've brought in all these new customers?" Well, retention is the answer to that problem. So,
Yes.
did you know that it costs 5 times more to obtain a new customer than it does to keep an existing customer? 5 times more, Joe. When you think about that, it's kind of a no-brainer, right?
Right. I mean, that's the whole cycle. The cycle of sales is expensive. I think about some of the salespeople that have come to cross my path to try and sell me something.
Yeah.
They're trying to create a relationship. They want to buy me a round of golf, a meal. They want to get my attention and become friends with me. And that's not free. That's
Right.
not cheap. And let's talk about time is the number one piece. I mean, if you
Yeah.
kept every single customer you'd ever gotten, where would you be today
Yeah.
in relationship to where your sales are? You
Great
would
point.
really be in this huge, growth, mode. But spending all this time and effort on gathering new customers is a great thing as long as you're not losing the ones you have.
Exactly. So that brings us to our next question, which is why should you spend time trying to retain existing customers? And Joe just summed that up for you. Customer retention is essential for growth and financial planning. You need to know what you can expect when you're doing financial planning for your business and growth charting and things like that, and figuring out goal setting, even the very basic things that you do for a business. You have to know what you can rely on in terms of your revenue, your monthly revenue. So that's one thing. The next thing is existing customers require less support and attention than new ones do. Think about the time and attention that you spend onboarding someone or getting somebody used to the way you do things, or the way to use your system, or the way to engage with you, or how to purchase your products, or whatever that is that you're selling. Think about the onboarding time versus the maintenance time that you spend with them. And time is money when it comes to business, right? So your existing customers requiring less support actually results in a net increase for you in the bottom line.
Couldn't agree more. And I love that last one. Loyal customers are a source of excellent referrals, positive reviews, and future growth. So
true.
You're ignoring them. Stop it. I'm shaking my finger at you.
Right. So let's talk about your current retention rate. And if you're a small business owner and you haven't looked at this, I really, really highly encourage you to take a look at your retention rate. I know that a lot of people, entrepreneurs in particular, get into business and they don't really look at or know what to look at in terms of the metrics of their business. But your monthly retention rate is an incredibly important thing to look at. Some businesses look at their yearly retention rate. It depends what the cycle of your business is, but it could be an annual retention rate, a quarterly retention rate, a monthly retention rate, weekly, daily. It just depends on what the cycle of your business is and how many times you're expecting people to order from you or consume your product or service. So let's do the math, Joe.
Hold on. May I suggest you screen capture this right now? Because if you want this in hand, this is a very valuable tool for any business. But yeah, go ahead.
Right. So you start with, if you start the month with 50 customers and you gained 30 new customers during the month, but you lost 10 during that same month, by the end of the month, then you'd finish the month with 70 customers, and that would be an 80% retention rate. So the way you're figuring that out is the number you ended with minus your gain during the month divided by your start number. So that's the math. And then you multiply that by 100 to get the percentage. And I do encourage you to look in terms of percentage rather than in terms of hard numbers. Hard numbers are, it's just really difficult when you're dealing with hard numbers versus percentage rate. The percentage will give you a more accurate picture of what your overall growth is.
Couldn't agree more. Love this. Absolutely love it.
So knowing that, why aren't you trying to keep your existing customers or clients? If you know that that will increase your bottom line, if you know you have to spend 5 times more to get a new customer than an old one, and it costs you more to obtain new customers than maintain customers, why aren't you trying harder to keep your existing customer or client base? That's the big $1 million question right there, Joe.
Yep. And I'm wondering if people even know how. Right? Maybe that's why we're here today, to teach a little something about this.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. And boy, do I love Mary Kay Ash. This woman was such a smart marketer. Look what she says. We use this all the time because it's so relevant.
Yes.
Everyone has an invisible sign hanging around their neck saying, "Make me feel important." And never forget this message when working with people. I just, how could you not agree with that? I want to feel important.
It's so, so important. So, Joe, let's talk about how to keep existing customers, because I feel it out there in the ethos. People are like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I agree. Let's share.
So the way you keep existing customers is to make them feel special, make them feel appreciated. Most of all, make them feel like their business matters to you, because it really, really does in a huge way. You wouldn't exist if it wasn't for your customers and clients. So you've got to make sure that you make them feel special, right?
Absolutely. I could not agree more. This is absolutely right here. I don't care how you do it, but if you can do these things, you'll keep your customers. You'll have a relationship with them. You will.
Absolutely. So Joe, let's talk about how. How are you going to make them feel special?
Yeah. So a phone call, I got to tell you, I've been in business a long time. I mean, I hate to even admit how many decades it's been, but I do know this, that a new customer to me is gold. And I want to treat them like gold. I definitely want to call them and thank them for their business once they've made that commitment. I want to text them. I want to email them. Social media shout out when appropriate, right? I love doing all of these things and have for a long time, but there's been this missing piece, right?
What is it?
Well, some of us like to call it lumpy mail. But real mail, I mean, real, putting something in a mailbox, and hold on, not just something in a mailbox. If it's important, put it into a package. Make sure there's a gift associated with it, because if you really want to make someone feel important, you put a package in their mailbox at their home or at their business, and you tell them that you appreciate them and you are thankful for their business. This, you couldn't shout louder or from a higher rooftop that person's important to you than doing something like that. I mean, yes, a phone call is amazing. It really, really is. There's a human connection with the voice. A text is amazing. An email, fairly impersonal. Usually I see emails as somebody else's agenda in my inbox. But anyway, and then the social media shout out, like I said, when that's relevant and appropriate, absolutely. Shouting your customer's name from the rooftops is an amazing thing to do for sure.
But nothing is quite like opening real mail, right? Lumpy mail, Joe.
Lumpy mail, yes.
So there are probably some of you out there thinking, okay, well, I'm already in business. I don't thank my customers. I don't celebrate them. I haven't done this. How do I get started? And one of the very first things that you can do is just a simple thank you for your business. And anybody can do this. Anybody can do this in any business whatsoever, whether you are an insurance agent, a realtor, a dentist, a doctor, anybody can say, thank you for your business. Thank you for coming to see me. Thank you for trusting me with your business.
I couldn't agree more. And this is heart. Like, really, this is heart, folks. If you don't have it, I guess we can be your surrogate, okay? But I just, I mean, really, I can't tell you from Mailbox Power, if you're a customer of ours, oh my God, do I appreciate you. I wish, I of course we send, birthday cards, and we send cards to our customers, and we are thankful to have them as our customers. But really, truly, I appreciate you. Without you, we wouldn't be where we're at today. Without all of you as our customers who are watching right now, I am in love with you, and you just didn't know it, but I am. I love all of you, and I'm so thankful that you are not only using our system and winning, but you're supporting us. You're supporting our platform. You're supporting our message. You're supporting what we preach from the rooftops, which is use the mailbox along with everything else and make it a part of your well-rounded communication. But just thanking somebody for their business, it seems so simple, yet so complicated. If you stop and go back, well, Mailbox Power's made it really easy. I mean, it's just literally, add to cart, select recipient, and check out, right?
So it's simple to do and it's simple to not do, right? Because it's so simple, people just go, well, it's too simple. But here's the thing, guys. I don't know if you've noticed on the screen here, we're showing you a greeting card with a water bottle, with a chew pack of brownies, a mug. Any of these things are able to be personalized with your customer's name on it. And it doesn't take a lot to be able to do that. Really, if you've got them in the database or in any database, you can upload them and simply use our merge fields in order to personalize these gifts. Now, if you're sitting there, if you've got 10 customers, no big deal, right? 10 customers, you're like, okay, of course I could do this. If you've got thousands or hundreds of thousands of customers, you're thinking, oh my goodness, how could I ever make every one of them feel special? Well, you can, because Mailbox Power makes it so simple to do that. And
Yes.
so we'll give you a couple of other examples of things that people are doing. So thank you for your business is one of the primary, that's like step one, first place to start, right? Thank you for your business. The next thing, we talk about this all the time in Mailbox Power because it's such a cool way to connect with people on a personal level. And that is to celebrate birthdays and half birthdays too. And I know, Joe, this is kind of your pet project, right?
I won't shut up about birthdays. As a matter of fact, I just put Jill Branson's comment right on the screen. She says, I also use the thank you for filling out my birthday link. And at Mailbox Power, basically, all you have to do is add somebody to a specific group to make sure that their birthday and half birthday celebrated. So I love that Jill shared that for us. But yes, oh my God, bullish on birthdays. Can't even tell you how. I mean, I love celebrating people's birthdays, and I don't want to poke somebody on Facebook or send them a text, or I want to put a box in their mailbox and make them feel good. I mean, that's literally it. I feel good when I press the button by adding them to a birthday campaign. And I always feel good when they respond to me and say, hey, thank you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. You were the only one that sent me a birthday card. Wow. Me. I was the only one. And I grew up, but I haven't never shared this with you, have I, Vanessa? I'm going to share something with you about birthdays. My grandmother, right? Joy was her name. She sent me a birthday card every single year of my life until she turned like 86 and started suffering from some dementia. But every single year, I got a birthday card with a check in it. No matter where I lived, she tracked me down and made sure I had a birthday card. I still have most of them. Crazy. Just crazy.
No wonder you feel that. This is like a heartfelt thing for you. No wonder you're so good at celebrating birthdays.
It is. And she was the one I looked up to.
Yeah,
this woman who had multiple jobs and just went out and I wish she was still with me today. I miss her. But anyway, there you have it. I got it. I put it out there. Birthdays are important. They make people feel special.
They do. And look, Joe's like, that is such a great story, Joe, and such a great reason for people to get out there and celebrate birthdays, half birthdays. Here's something else you can do, though, guys. These are a couple of examples of different businesses that are using Mailbox Power right now to keep in touch with their customers. And the way they're doing this is pretty unique, in my opinion, Joe. You want to talk about that home anniversary?
Yeah. So we have a field in our contact Mailbox Power, and it is called an anniversary field, where you can put the month and the date of somebody's anniversary. Now, that doesn't have to be a wedding anniversary. And in respect to our realtor friends, we have many of these happy homeversary cards, and you could change them out every year. But once you get somebody in this, you remind them every year that, hey, happy homeversary. I'm so, we're excited that, we were your realtor, and we're so happy that you are enjoying this home. Really simple message, but it's tied to the business. And, a birthday card, a homeversary card, a thank you for your business. I mean, all of these things start tying everything together and making them feel special. And the insurance agents, Vanessa, I mean, really, we were just talking about insurance agents this morning. And how important it is.
Well, and if I got a card like this that says we've got you covered, that just the card alone, my policy could be exactly the same. Just getting the card would make me feel more confident, right? That would just kind of think, it would make me think, oh, I've made the right decision. This is a good thing.
Yes, definitely. And insurance agents have a special hurdle, and I'll just say it out loud, that you don't know how good your insurance agent is until you have a claim. And God forbid that any of you ever have a claim, but that's the truth. That's a hurdle that as a business owner, nobody really knows how good they are until something bad happens, like an accident or a theft or something like that. But here, just being able to use this, we've got you covered, and a nice message on the inside that says thank you for your business, and a gift. I mean, tell me that person's going anywhere. That hole they're so far from the hole in the bottom of the bucket, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
They can't trip and fall into that hole. They're with you. You have a relationship.
It's so true. It's so true. And Joe, I actually just had something like that where I had an incident at a rental property where I had a little bit of flooding and contacted my insurance agent. And unfortunately, I didn't get a great response, and I didn't feel special. And I'm shopping around right now. So there's definitely times when if we had a personal relationship, I'd have called that person and just said, hey, I don't feel like this is being taken care of, but we don't have a personal relationship. I feel like they don't care. So now I don't care.
Right. Oh boy.
That's, I mean, I hate to be harsh, but it's a two-way street. When you're building relationships, it's a two-way street. And if people don't feel like their business matters to you, then they don't have any qualms leaving it and going somewhere else. But if you make them feel special, if you build that bridge, if you build that relationship, even a card, or, for a birthday, and we appreciate your business, or we've got you covered, or whatever that is, that all of that is glue that builds the relationship and holds it together when it's tested. And in this case that I'm talking about, where I had the flood on my rental property, that was tested. And unfortunately, that relationship is not going to hold together. It's just not. So anyway, that's the way to go. Joe, another great thing that you can do is thank people for referring people to you. When you've got people who love your business and who are feeling valued, they automatically refer people to you. And you've got to thank them for those referrals, because then they'll say, oh, it does matter when I send someone over to Joe.
I couldn't agree more. And honestly, I'm gonna stack this up as number two. Number one, thanking from their business for their business. Number two, if somebody gives you a referral, what they just did, I'm just going to tell you right now, if I give somebody a referral, I trust that business so much that they're going to take care of who I sent to them. So much that I'm putting my name on that business. If somebody puts their name on your business and you don't reach out and thank them for that referral in an appropriate way, and we believe a gift is appropriate for referrals. Mm-hmm. I've taught this. I have seen it. Vanessa, I have literally seen $1 million referrals come in for brownies and a coffee mug and a greeting card.
Just because it was acknowledged, right? Just because it's acknowledged.
Yes.
And that is, when you start thinking about things like that, I've referred people to all kinds of businesses. I've referred people to my realtor, probably no less than 14 homes. And who knows who those referrals have referred to him, but he has done no less than 14 transactions since I met him 3 years ago. So that just from referrals. So because he handled it so well when we were buying our house, that I thought everyone's got to use this guy. He's awesome.
Right? Yeah.
And because the whole home buying process is so incredibly stressful for people, and this guy has like nothing ruffles his feathers. And I thought that's who everyone needs to be with. That's who needs to shepherd them through this process. So he definitely earned my business. He earned my loyalty. He earned a lot of money too.
Yep, definitely. No doubt about it. I can't put enough importance. I can't emphasize enough importance. If somebody gives you a referral, what they just did, they basically put their name on you. And if you are not thanking them appropriately, and you need a system like Mailbox Power to make it easy for you, we already have the thing. We have this stuff already in the system. It's literally pick up your phone and, click, and you're done. They will get a thank you for the referral card and gift or whatever you want to send them. But if you're getting referrals and you're not doing something about it, come see us. Come find the person to introduce you to Mailbox Power. We'll help you for sure. We want to help you. That's our big deal. Is we want to see you succeed. Why we're here.
Absolutely. So, Joe, we've talked about acknowledging people, making them feel special, thanking them for their business, perhaps celebrating their birthday, half birthday, thanking them for the referral. Right. My question now, though, is really, what are you currently doing?
Yeah. What are your customers currently experiencing when doing business with you? Now, if you're sitting there going, oh my God, I don't want to answer that question right now, and you're hiding, we
see you.
Yeah, we see you, and we can help. The truth is, it is an experience. When you go to Disneyland, it's an experience. Do you feel like a customer at Disneyland? No. You are a park attendee who is treated well, and you've got your checkbook out spending freely, right?
And not even worrying about it because it's worth the memory. It's worth the experience, right? You don't even worry about things like that. So making sure that you take a good hard look at your business. And that's what I hope you would take away from this little lunch and learn, is that you would take a good hard look at your business, whether you are very small and just getting started, or you've been in business for years and years and have a robust customer and client base. Regardless of which end of the spectrum you are on, what is incredibly important for you right now is to take a look at that business, especially right now, because people want love. People want to feel the warm fuzzies. And you can give them that feeling so easily with just a click of a few buttons.
That is it, isn't it? I mean, that's it. If you are a transactional type of business and you want to make an adjustment, you want to adjust to being more relationship driven than transactional, we have the answer for you. Like we just said, this is not rocket science. Thank people for their business, thank them profusely for a referral, and recognize them on their birthday and half birthday. And we literally have a budget that will fit anybody's needs. So I just look at this and go, it's time for you to get in their mailbox. It's time for you to change the experience that your customers are having with your company. It's time, realtors, that you create a new experience for those who have purchased from you or you have sold to. Insurance agents, it's time for you to reach out. Network marketers, I promise that all the things we're speaking to are pretty unique in today's day and age. Can you imagine being a network marketer, Vanessa, and thanking somebody for their business? When was the last time that happened?
No. I mean, seriously, that would be pretty impressive. Joe, what I would love people to do is they walk away from this lunch and learn that we've done, and believe it or not, we're on time.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But what I would love them to do is figure out what their retention rate is right now, what their customer retention rate is right now. Measure it today. Measure it now, whether it was for last year, last month, whatever it was. Take a look at your current stats. Implement some of the things that we've talked about today. Implement Mailbox Power. Start communicating with your customers in some of the ways that we've given you ideas about today. And like Joe said, any budget. We've got everything from free postcards on a pro account to 50 free 5x7 cards on that same pro account. So any budget can fit into this, whether you're sending postcards or regular cards or a card and a gift or a card and multiple gifts or a card gifts, a multiple and a custom box, whatever that looks like for your budget. Take that, start using that to build those strong relationships with your customers, and then measure it again in, say, 90 days and again in 180 days. And I guarantee you that retention rate is going to start looking a lot better than it is right now.
I love it. I love it. They say if you're not measuring it, you can't grow it.
Right.
If you don't know your numbers, you can't grow it. Myself and Vanessa we're number hounds. Like, we have issues with numbers. We love numbers. We love them. And growing them for everybody, for you. I mean, that's what Vanessa was just speaking to, is our heart. We want to see you grow. We know this will help you grow. We guarantee it'll help you grow. Just do it. I mean, it's what makes the world go round is relationships. So anyway, I'm kind of done, Vanessa. We've done well. 29 minutes.
We're killing it.
Oh, so awesome. Well, any parting words, Vanessa? Not that you didn't do a fantastic job right then, but geez.
Just absolutely know your numbers, know what your numbers are now, know what your numbers are in, like I said, 3 months and 6 months. Take a look at that retention rate. It's just one of the ways to grow your business, but it's a very, very effective way.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Vanessa, for your time today as well and your expertise. Vanessa is a marketing guru, master, somebody I look up to and have learned so much from. And of course, all of you, thank you for joining us today. And if you don't know anything about Mailbox Power, please reach out to the person who got you here watching this thing and ask them about it so they can enlighten you and kind of share with you how to get an account and how to make things work. But anyway, with that being said, love each and every one of you. Thank you for that half hour of time you gave us. I know it's the most valuable asset you have, and I am thankful that you gave it to us today. So
thank you, Joe. Thanks for your leadership.
Awesome. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.